Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 6th until the 12th of October. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you guys. But if you would like a really deep dive, personalized reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And now, without further ado, let's see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. So let's see here. For Sagittarius, please tap into Sagittarius energy from the 6th until the 8th of October. Ooh, fast one today. Nice. Okay. 3 of Cups. Nice. Very beautiful card. This is your present moment energy. So it tells me that you are very connected right now. You have lots of friends around you, support. You're very much in your community. You're in your little tribe right now. So that's good for you. Getting lots of support there. All right. What's your challenge then? Oh, the Devil. Interesting. Very intense challenge right there. So that's going to be the challenging energy for you guys this week. And then we have your crowning. 9 of Swords. All right. That's what's on the top of your mind. It's a harsh card. I'm going to get into that. I don't want to spoil everything now in the beginning, but it's, yeah, I feel a little bit anxious right now in regards to something here. We're going to find out more. So King of Pentacles, that's good. That's in your foundation, so in your subconscious mind and in your recent past. Okay, all right, so we have the 8 of Pentacles there, so lots of hard work, lots of putting lots of effort into something right now here. And then in your near future, we have the Knight of Wands. All right, cool. And then let's see your suggested approach and advice from the universe. So the 2 of Cups, beautiful card, very romantic card. All right, and then we have your surrounding energies and what you need to know. Oof, okay, so wow, this is not bad though. This is the 8 of Wands. There's lots of speed here, lots of fire, like intense momentum energy going on for you guys. And this is quite the opposite. So this here is your hopes and fears position, the 4 of Swords, which is telling you to rest right now. It's telling you to take a little chill, take a little break, just focus on yourself. Go inward a little bit and just reflect a little bit more. Just take a little break. So I think that you might feel a little bit overwhelmed right now, especially with the speed going on here. All right, and then the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, beautiful card. Oh, there's some romance here, guys. All right, so this is your potential future. And let's see the bottom of the deck. King of Cups. Wow, okay. Oh, it's a good one. So it's an interesting one. There's some bad things going on there, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And it's going to be lots of emotions going on, running high this week for you guys. And yeah, let's get right to it. All right, Sagittarius, this is an interesting combo. Okay, so this 3 of Cups, what it usually means is like it's all about friendship. It's all about having really good connections, like having fun with people, celebrating. So normally it's about friends and people that generally just offer you support, right, and make you feel happy. So, but you have this crossing with the Devil here, so that's what's throwing me off today, because what I'm getting from this is just bad influence. Like Among Us, that game, like there's an imposter. It's not an imposter. I don't think it's a bad person. I'm not getting a bad human being vibe from this person, but I feel that it's a person that is within your group, within your sphere, that has tendencies to activate things in you that you are trying to leave behind you at this point, right? So they're not actively trying to cause you harm. I think they're the fun friend, right? They could be, I'm getting like situationship energy from this too. They could be like friends with benefits here. I don't think it's a romantic connection with this card, but it's a person that is trying to pull you back into a situation that you're sort of trying to leave. And I'm not saying that you're trying to leave by leaving this person. And I don't feel that the universe is requiring you to do that. It's not a rock bottom situation. It's not like a 10 of Swords situation going on here. But I think the dynamic itself is sort of bringing out some shadows in you that you're pretty much ready to release. You have been trying to do so for a while. And every time you see this person or talk to them, they activate that. They trigger that pattern to repeat itself here. So could be many different things, right? It could be a person it could be a girlfriend that, like, if you're a woman, it could be another woman, like a friend that is into, I don't know, like heavy drinking and going out to nightclubs and just, being up all night until 4 a.m., you know, like you want to go to work the next day, you want to take life seriously, you want to be an adult, but they're like always pulling you back into that party energy and you're trying to leave that. Or it could also be, like I said, friends with benefits, and you've been wanting something maybe more serious with this person and they're not up for it, so you kind of try to break it off and just find something better, and they're still sending you texts, right? And it's like, so what's up? And like sending a text at 2 a.m. trying to get that booty call, you know? So it's kind of like that energy here. Definitely like an old pattern creeping in sort of energy. So it's something that looks very fun on the surface here, but it does have hooks on you if you're not mindful. So I know you want to have your freedom and stuff as a Sagittarius, but at the same time, like, you have to be ready to just face this temptation here and like truly make a choice if this is the life you still want to be aligned with, or if you're sort of being tugged by these invisible strings here that are pulling you into a bad place that you don't want to be part of anymore. And like I said, you don't have to disconnect. I'm not feeling that it's a terrible person here. It's not someone that is actively trying to damage your life, but they are taking a little bit off track, you know, and you deserve something better, right? You can still hang out with them. You can still hang out with them, but it has to be on your terms, right? So yeah, for example, if it is the girl that is trying to take you out to nightclubs every single weekend and you just want to have a little break from that, you know, next time they hit you up, just say, oh, maybe we can go have a coffee instead, right? Maybe we can go to the movies. We don't have to always party, and try and create that pattern instead, you know, those types of behaviors, and yeah, and see if it works and if they still resonate with that, you know. And if they don't, maybe that was just a party friendship, or maybe that was just a friends with benefits relationship that now isn't serving you anymore. So then, even though it has been fun, you know, yeah, it feels like it's something that's at this point not aligned with you anymore, and it's kind of becoming increasingly more toxic. So be mindful of that. And the Nine of Swords at your crown. So that's you being restless about something here and just replaying scenarios in your head. So it's about, you're worried. Like, you're worried about something going wrong here. It could be this, you know, and I feel that some of this fear can be a reality, but a lot of it is in your head, and it's your imagination kind of filling in the blanks here. So this card here, the Devil, is still connected to this because it's telling you to not let your anxiety chain you to any old fears, but still have the discernment and be mindful, you know. You don't have to make this out to be a bad person if that's the narrative that you're producing right now in this energy here. Oh, I have to disconnect with them entirely. They're broken. They're toxic, you know. Just still have some grace with them. They're still in their process. They have their set of circumstances that have put them in the situation where they feel that they have this need to be a little bit destructive here. But that's karmically, from a universal perspective, exactly where they need to be as a soul, right? So you can still love them from a soul level. It doesn't have to be from a human level, but from a soul level, as a perfect entity that's here in this moment in time, exactly where they're supposed to be right now, and learning the lessons that they need to learn right now through these actions. But you don't have to get caught up in that. You don't have to be caught up in those actions. That's what's important here. And then King of Pentacles foundation, that's beautiful. That's great to see there, because that's stabilizing you like through and through in this, right? It's very steady energy here. So you're becoming increasingly more like reliable, right? On yourself too. And I think this is something you've built over time here, and especially here with the Eight of Pentacles too, because Eight of Pentacles is all about dedication. So you've been putting in lots of focus on just healing and just showing up for your goals, right? So the groundwork here has resulted in this, right? Where you're feeling secure and you're feeling quite stable right now. So this is a very strong base to have that allows you to deal with the situation and any current doubts you have as a more mature person, a more grounded person. And this could also be actually inspiring to this individual to see you as an inspiration so that you can influence them positively instead of it being the reverse, right? And then you have your potential future here. No, I always mix them up. This is potential future, the near future here. So the near future is the Knight of Wands. So again, it's about movement. It's a fire card. So it is a Sagittarius card in a way, but in this case, yeah, it's telling me that this is to do with this, right? There is this excitement that you feel. and that it's to do with this person here, that you have this sort of connection that it's fun. Like, it is fun, right? It's someone that brings you this excitement, that brings you these adventures that you do like as a Sagittarius, right? But at the same time, it's sort of like a warning. That's how I'm seeing it today. But also, it's sort of like an invitation to you to just shake off your worries a little bit with this card, right? Because it's still very much aligned with your spirit here. So it doesn't have to, like, you don't have to be having a boring life, but it doesn't have to be destructive. So just be mindful of the impulses that this card brings out, because it does do that. It is an impulsive energy. So whenever you pick up that call and they're trying to convince you to hang out in a destructive way, yeah, just, you know, it's okay to say no. You're not boring because you're saying no. You're just being yourself. You're standing up for yourself here. So, all right. And then we have 2 cups here. So I feel that this is a different energy, and it's telling you to lean into more authentic connections that are mutual, right? Especially if it's a situationship here. But whether it's romantic or platonic, this week is going to be all about more genuine partnerships here that don't feel entangling or like confusing to you, right? So this is a good energy here. And yeah, like with the Ace of Cups here, this could be someone new coming in as well. That is going to be like an example, right? This is going to be a better energy for you to be aligned with here. It feels like an entirely different spread, this one other than this one here. But yeah, this is way better for you. This is way better for you. And it's going to show you, what I mean with the example is that basically, right, it's an inspiration for what this could be if it was healthier. So you have that access, and you have that person surrounding you right now that is going to bring in this more stable, like calmer energy that you very much need right now to be able to have an escape out of the situations you have. Something else to do. Maybe it is another friend. Maybe it's a person that also wants to have a coffee with you guys, and then you can be 3 people, and then that momentum of being 2 healthier people against 1 more toxic person is gonna, yeah, be a good role model for the more toxic person to experiment with healthier things, right? And then we have the 8 of Wands. So that's what I mean. This is fast movement too, and this is changes that might arrive really quickly for you. So just stay very flexible with this one, and stay very ready to act. And yeah, very much Sagittarius, this card too. But at the same time, again, as with the Knight of Wands, be mindful that this could be a little bit of like almost a little bit too fast for you to discern what's going on. So don't get too caught up in that, because, you know, it might be that you're not really able to see here that you're falling back into that again. But yeah, it's definitely momentum that's going on. Definitely momentum. But it doesn't have to be bad. I'm not getting that. It's a very neutral energy. You could go both ways here. Could go like you're going straight towards that, or straight towards another direction. So it's the choice is ultimately yours here with this one. Okay, so now we have the 4 of Swords. So so right, so this is actually your hopes and fears, right? That's interesting, because you want this in a way. Like, this is rest, right? And this is feeling the sort of like mental peace. But there is still the part of you that wants this movement and wants the fun, right? And the excitement here. But at the same time, like this week, the universe actually wants you to rest and take a break and just do your laundry, just cook your meals, just clean your home, take that space, study, do whatever, you know, just chill, hang out with yourself. It's not wanting to be an active week for you. It's wanting you to rest, even though you might be feeling a little bit like, oh, that's boring. It's required right now. So this is going to be good for you. It's going to bring you a benefit too, because that might even sharpen your instincts here. You know, it's going to be a pause, but it's not going to derail your progress. It's going to be something that's necessary. It's necessary. And it's going to bring you some new outlooks and perspectives that might be helpful with this too. But you just need to take that little space and be in silence for a little bit so that you can regroup yourself and get a fresh perspective on the situation here. So this is very much necessary. So don't be too active this week, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups, like I said before. So this is a new beginning, usually in love. It's an emotional card. So like it could be love, and could be a person coming in that's going to inspire you, and help you have more compassion with yourself so that you can go through this healing here that is necessary in an easier way. And they're going to anchor you in this emotional wisdom here, especially with the King of Cups too, because yeah, they're going to be a guidance to you. And it's going to be a very compassionate energy. I feel like these three are the same person that's coming in. And, you know, they're steady, they're very mature. And it's this energy here. So even when you have this anxiety here, and even when you're tempted by this, like, you're going to be anchored by this person, right? And they're going to offer you a more grounded, like, compassionate guidance here. So your week is going to be like, it's not a boring week. Like, you can still have fun, right? But just be a little bit cautious. And it's okay if you celebrate with people and have fun and go out, but just like, don't let yourself get caught up by this speed energy and this fiery energy too much, so that you're stuck in these like old patterns and these traps here. So just be careful with that. But I think you're fine. Like, you've been doing lots of hard work here. And so you have this backbone here with the King of Pentacles that's stabilizing you. And even though you're a little bit concerned, like, you're still meant to live your life, but just make sure to keep your connections very intentional here. So yeah, and you're going to have opportunities coming up, you know, and it's going to be something that is going to bring you an emotional renewal. And that's going to feel thrilling too. It's not going to be boring, but it is going to feel pure. It's going to feel healthy. So you're going to be very supportive here, and you're going to be very loved, right, as you get ready for your next chapter. So just make sure to rest. That's the main advice. Make sure to rest. Take some time for that, so that you can be open to this, right? So you can be more aligned with this more peaceful energy here. And that's all I have for you today, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this reading resonated. And if so, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which part resonated the most with you. And don't forget to subscribe for your weekly energy forecast. Okay, bye!